Good morning. This is Bill Blatchford with another edition of Mornings with the Blatchfords. Today I'm going to talk about how to bonus your team, but I think a bigger issue is how do you take team members? Now, I'm using the word team as opposed to staff members because one of our clients said staff's an infection, and so we don't want a staff, we want a team. First off, let me define the two. A staff is just a group of people. They show up as individuals, and they're doing just enough not to get fired, and you're paying them just enough they won't quit. And then we wonder, why in the world can we not get these people involved in our business? Why are they not involved? Why don't they talk to patients about treatment? Why do they call in sick, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera? Now, a team is a similar group of people, but they're working together. They're working together for a common cause, and that's to make the business successful. Well, I don't care how you do it, and I don't care how you incentivize people, but what I have found what really works is a bonus of some sort. In other words, pay them a little bit of money. Give them something. Give them a reward for doing above and beyond. You see, it's easy to get people to come in and do the minimum, but how do you get them to study? How do you get them to study new techniques, new skills? How do you get them to work on things like role playing with your individuals so they learn how to speak with patients? How do you get them to do that? Well, just to give you a little background, about 35 years ago, I had the similar problem when I was practicing dentistry, and I had a consultant at that time. I've always had consultants and coaches. His name was John Oldenburg, and we sat down one evening after dinner in our living room. We said, let's develop a bonus system that works. And we had tried various systems that worked with varying degrees of success and varying degrees of failure. We wanted something, number one, that incentivized the team to do the things that we thought really matter. I want it to be fair to all. I want it to be fair to the doctor. In other words, I don't want it to cost a lot of money. And I want to give the team members something to work for. And I want them to work as a team, so I want it to be equal. But I think the biggest thing was we wanted something where everyone knew the rules and we couldn't change them. You see, I've seen bonus systems based on profit of the practice overall. And at the end of the year, if we have a certain profit, we pay a bonus. I'm going to tell you the problem with that one. First off, team members typically are not long-range thinkers. That's why they didn't start their own business. That's why we're employers are entrepreneurs. We're a little bit longer-term thinkers than people that work for a wage. They want immediate gratification, perhaps more than we do. So waiting a long time doesn't work. The second thing about that type of a system is, at the end of the year, you, the doctor, can sit down with your accountant and you can eliminate the profit by buying a piece of equipment. And I've seen this happen. You think it sounds silly, but I've seen this. The doctors promise the team a bonus at the end of the year for a certain profit, and then they meet with the accountant, and the accountant says, oh, you can't do that, and so let's buy a new something, and all of a sudden the profit's gone, and you go in and tell your team, sorry, ladies, there is no profit this year, there was no bonus. Whoops. I mean, if they don't quit, you're lucky. The other thing about this is a system that they don't understand the rules. In other words, the rules are subjective to change on a regular basis. And you may think, Bill, nobody would do this. Listen, out of 3,000 offices, I've seen everything. Well, not everything. I see something new every week that I think, well, I've never seen that one before. But I've literally seen doctors change the rules mid-course to avoid paying a bonus. I mean, as bad as that sounds, it happens. So the rules are set out, and I guess the current term for that would be transparency. So they know the rules, no one can change it. They know the number that we have to accomplish. Now, we talk about teamwork. I've seen bonuses based on the doctor will say, well, my hygienist has an opportunity to promote dentistry in the practice, so she gets a bonus. No one else has an opportunity, so they don't get a bonus. Well, how's that work for teamwork? I mean, that's like having a football team, but only the quarterback and the wide receivers get the bonus for winning the game. Wait a minute. What about those linemen who created the pass for those runners? You see, this is what I'm talking about. Your assistants have just as much influence on the team bonusing as that hygienist. The receptionist is the one who typically is the one that collects the money. She's the one that does the scheduling. So we include everybody together. Now, another one that I see frequently is, well, let's pay the hygienist on a commission. And that works to increase hygiene production. But remember, if you double hygiene production in a given day, it's just the same as doing one additional crown today. So that's really not so good. Pull them together. Everybody works together. I also want it based on the thing we're all working on, and that's the amount of money collected in a given period of time. So we don't do it on production, we do it on collections. and we bonus the team on that. Now, I'm not going to go into the details of our bonus system today. You can get that from our website. We've published articles on that, or you can join our coaching program to see about that. But let me just share a couple things with you about our system. One, it keeps staff overhead at 20%. Now, most of you understand that staff overhead across the nation is about 30 to 32%, and that includes all staff costs. So that would be salaries, matching Social Security, unemployment compensation, pension plans, medical insurance, etc. We keep it at 20. However, our systems are good enough and effective enough that we can operate a team at 20%, and individuals make more. And sometimes we have teams, well, we always have teams that are doing this, but it's not uncommon for teams to bonus as equal to their salary. So individuals do very well with this system, and believe me, it changes the nature of the practice. These people become your partners, as opposed we have the employer and the employees and the us and the them. It's not like that anymore. We've got everybody working together. And when the team starts to see this, it's simple stuff. I mean, it's like that patient in hygiene that you've been talking to having a crown on a particular tooth, and the hygienist is talking about it, and you come in and give it your blessing, and then the assistant says, "Doctor, we can do that today." The patient loves it. But you see, if there's not something in it for them, they're going to say, "Well, we can do that next week." Well, the patient is here, you're here, let's get it done. And this is one of the huge benefits of a bonus system that everyone understands. You can contact us at Blatchford.com.